Hi, darling. I'm Sophia Honey, bringing you another episode of my pregnancy series. I hope you enjoy it. And please, if you're just coming to my channel for the first time, please click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be able to be notified. And if you're already a subscriber, yay! Welcome home. So just make yourself comfortable as you enjoy this series. All right, friends. Before I go on, I just want to tell you guys that myself and my baby, we are doing great, and we are fine. We are healthier than ever, and I hope you guys are fine too. And I hope you guys are still praying for us. I trust you're still praying for us. Please, if you've not been praying for us, remember us in your prayers. We need those prayers. Yes, we do. So today's series will be on one of the things that my appetite is leading me to. Oh yeah, you know how pregnancy can take control of your appetite, and then some things that you've really not been eating, you start longing to eat them. So that is what is happening today. I have appetite to eat this particular soup called ofe mbam. Oh yeah, mbam is simply molded melon. Yeah, I mean it's a egusi soup, but you don't prepare it the way you prepare your normal egusi soup. No, you prepare this one by molding the egusi. And trust me, this soup tastes so delicious. It's been long I ate it, and the appetite has been so high. I mean, the taste is all over my taste bud. I can't wait to make this soup and eat it the way I feel like eating it. So guys, I hope you enjoy the video, and I also hope that you don't forget to tell your friends about this channel. Help us grow as we keep bringing you more stories in family timeline. Alright guys, let's go over to the kitchen and start cooking. So friends, you're welcome to my kitchen. I'm about to make this soup. I'll be putting you guys through the ingredients I'll be using to make this soup. And the first is the egusi, because it's the major thing. You know, I told you that the name of this soup is ofe mbam. Ofe is soup in my native language. So this is the egusi, the melon that I'm going to use and make the mbam. That's the molded egusi. So this is the egusi. Is 2 cups. That's around 400 grams. And then I have a kazi leaf. Like I told you guys, I like enjoying green leafy vegetables, and then this is one of the green leafy vegetables that we have that is also super nutritious. Yeah, it is blood boosting vegetable. It's very good. Then I have my meats. I'm using beef for this soup. Then I have my stockfish, and of course my dry fish. This is catfish. Then I have my crayfish. It's already blended. I have my seasoning cubes. I have my salt. I will be using 2 types of pepper for this soup. I'll be using black pepper, and then I'll be using red chili pepper, and of course both of them have already been grinded. And I'll be using my salt. I will also be using this soup thickener. We call it achi. Yeah, I don't know what you call it in your native language, and I'll be happy to know what you guys call some of these ingredients in your native language. So this is achi, is a soup thickener. I'm not going to use the whole of this. I'm going to use like half of this 15 naira on. So I'm going to use like half of this, which is about 2 tablespoons. So, and of course we'll be using water, and the quantity of water that you'll be using depend on the thickness of your soup, how thick you want it to be. This soup we really don't make it to be too thick, and it doesn't have to be too watery. So you keep watching the consistency of the soup while you're making it. If it is okay to you, but I will advise that while you're making it, you watch the quantity of water you're adding right from when you're boiling your stocks. So guys, I'll have to go straight and make the mbam. That is the molded egusi. That is the first thing I'm gonna do. Lest I forget, I will also be using red oil. Yeah, I'll be using red oil for this soup, as I forgot to make mention of it earlier. So I'll be using red oil, about 3 cooking spoons of red oil. But remember, like I've always said, all these ingredients you can always add or reduce them based on the quantity of soup you're making. Friends, I'm about to mold it. I want to first of all wash my hands because I'm going to use hands to mold it. So I'm doing justice to my hands. So friends, this is 2 cups of egusi, like I said earlier. There are 2 methods of making this mbam. Traditionally, I mean in the village, what they do is to pound this egusi, and they keep pounding it, applying hot water little by little until it becomes oily. And before they do that, they normally spice the egusi with salt, pepper. Some also add seasoning cubes, but that's because they boil the molded egusi separately before adding it to the soup. So I'm not going to spice the egusi, I'm going to mold it, and I'm not going to pound it. I'm going to mold it with hand. That's because the egusi is small. Assuming it's big, if it is bigger than this, like about 10 cups or more, I may not be able to use my hand and do it. I'll have to pound it. So if you're making much, be sure to pound it, because it might be very stressful for you to use hand and mold it. But because it's this quantity, I'm going to use hand and mold it. And trust me, I'll get my egusi. I'll get the dough for my mbam very, very perfect as I want it. So friends, you can see that I left some egusi here. That's because I will also add it together with the achi. I'll add it in the soup for the base. So I'm going to mold this quantity, and like I said, I'm not going to spice it because I'm going to cook it together with my stock, and it will be tasty because it will get all the tastes from the stock, water, and meat. All those tastes will still enter it. So, and I'm also not going to use hot water. I am using cold water, and just watch what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be pouring water. I'll just be adding water little by little. So just like fetching water in my hand, and then I'll sprinkle. It's not much, so I'll go ahead and mold. You can see my dough is already forming, but that's not it. There's still work. I'll keep doing it until it becomes oily, as in the oil in the melon begins to come out. I'll keep molding it as if I'm trying to extract the oil out. If it looks as if your hand is not coming out freely from the melon, you can easily touch water, but don't pour another water, just touch water. So this is what I will keep doing until the oil begins to come out. So I just want to touch water in my hand while I continue. So friends, you can see the oil is beginning to come out, but we are not done because my hand is still not clean. I'll have to keep doing it. The oil will keep coming out until my hand comes out of the dough freely without stain. Then you will know you're good to go. You start molding. And the only thing you can just be doing to keep helping the dough come together, just from time to time you touch your hand in water. You can get water inside the bowl and just be touching your hand, so that it will help the dough to keep binding together. I forgot to tell you guys that if you have also, there's something we call also. If you have also, you blend it together with the egusi, it helps it bind faster. But if you don't have also, just go ahead and do it. You can see I achieved the same thing that you're meant to achieve, even if you pound it in mortar. So friends, you can see my hand comes out of the dough neatly, and this is the dough, this is the oil. So at this point, you still need the bowl of water that you have beside you, which you have been touching, trying to wetting your hands with while you're molding it. So at this point, we are good to go. The next thing now is just to start molding it. This is the dough. Even if you pound it, you're going to get something like this. So this is the dough. If I keep pressing it, more oil will keep coming out, but the important thing is to get a thick dough like this. So I'll go ahead and mold into your desired size and shape. Okay, so I normally like it like this. I don't know what exactly to call it. Is it you can help me describe this shape, like flat, and so this is it. Mold into desired shape, and mold into desired shape and size. If your hand gets stick, feel free to touch water. So you can see it has different shapes, sort of. From time to time, you can just touch your hand, wet your hand inside water, and then continue. So friends, I'm done molding the egusi, and this is it. The reason why I like making my mbam, that is my molded egusi, this small, is because it helps me eat it freely while I'm eating. But you can make it bigger if you like it or prefer it bigger. I like it this small because, like I said, I eat it freely. It's something that you need to be, eating like meat, eating while you're eating your swallow. You just need to be eating it alongside as you're enjoying the soup. So I prefer it this small, and it also helps it get done fast. So since we're done with the goosey, the next thing I'm going to do now is to wash the stockfish and the dry fish with warm water and get it ready for the soup. See you guys once I'm done preparing the stockfish and the dry fish. So guys, I've cleaned the stockfish and the dry fish, and this is it together with the meat. Um, there's something I want to talk about. I mean, this is the fats I cut out from the meat. I hope you guys always remember to, you know, cut out these fats from your meat. It's really not healthy. It's really not good for your heart, and whatever doesn't make that doesn't promote your good health, there's no point eating it. So please, while you're eating beef, always take time to cut out all the fats from the meat. So I'll just go ahead and add the seasoning cube. I am adding the pepper, the black pepper and the red chili pepper. Then I'm also adding the salt. Please, I want you to take note that all these ingredients I'm adding now is what I'm going to use to make the soup. Everything is what I'm going to use to make the soup. Just this quantity. Always remember to reduce your salt intake if you're pregnant. So the next thing I'm going to pour here is the quantity of water I'm going to use to make this soup. That is what I'm going to pour here, the quantity of water. So I'm using like 3 cups of water. So I'll just pour it, and I'm going to start boiling this whole stock together. So I'll let the meat and stockfish and the dry fish to boil. Then we'll continue from there. So friends, once the stock begins to boil, go ahead and pour your molded melon. Once the meat stock begins to boil, pour your molded melon. So this way it's going to absorb part of the taste from the stock water. So when it gets done, it will be tasty. So cover it and continue to let it continue to boil for like 8 to 10 minutes. So friends, it has been boiling for like 10 minutes now. So we're going to add our red oil now. This my cooking spoon is not the normal size of cooking spoon. So if you're using the normal size, you can add 3 cooking spoon. But as you can see, it's very small, so I have to add more than that. So we'll go ahead and then cover it. Let the oil get done. So friends, the oil has after I added the oil, I allowed it to boil. It has been boiling for like 3 minutes now. So I'll just go ahead and then add my crayfish and the achi I told you guys about, that is a soup thickener. I'll be adding 2 tablespoons. Don't bother, just go ahead and sprinkle the achi. This soup is not meant to be very thick. No, it doesn't have to be very thick. It has to be a little watery. So I'll let this whole thing keep boiling for like another 3 minutes. I'll come back and pour that egusi that I left. Remember, we left out like 20% of the egusi that we used. So I'll come back and pour that egusi here. And in case if you are using oziza, that's the pepper seed or the pepper leaf, but if you are using oziza seed, at this point that you poured the achi and the crayfish, you go ahead and pour your oziza. But I'm not using oziza because it's not good for pregnant women, so I'm not using oziza. So guys, the achi, it's been 3 minutes after I poured it. I want to pour that small egusi, the small melon that I left out. This very thing I'm doing now, this egusi I'm using now, this one is optional. You can choose not to leave it. It's just that I like the texture it gives in the soup, but you can choose not to use it and use only your achi. So we're going to allow this to keep boiling for like another 5 minutes, and we'll come back and add the next thing. Friends, it's been 5 minutes since I put the melon, the egusi. So you can see the texture of the soup now. You can see the texture. You can see the molded egusi. They must be done by now, but if you really want to check and be sure, just take out one, cut it open, and look inside. You can see how white it is. So the egusi, the molded egusi is done. If it is not done, you'll be seeing the inside still undone, brownish sort of. But if it is all white like this, it's done. So we'll go ahead and add our okazi. And if it is uziza leaf you want to use, at this point you're adding the okazi, you can as well add the uziza leaf. Well, remember I said uziza is not good for pregnant women, so I'm not using it. It's hot. It's a very hot peppery spice, though it adds wonderful spice to the soup. So after adding your okazi leaf, go ahead and turn your soup. And feel free to taste for salt. Feel free to taste for salt to know if you add more. It's okay. This soup is just perfect the way I want it. Tastes very, very palatable. Please, if you have eaten this soup before, I want you to make a confession how palatable it is. And if you have not, I would love you to give it a try. It's very, very delicious. So we've added our okazi leaf. We'll allow it to boil very well for another 5 minutes. Your soup is ready. So friends, our soup is ready. The soup is ready. So see you guys when I serve Eat with the swallow. Friends, we are done. We've come to the end of today's episode of my pregnancy series. So here is the food, and I'm so going to enjoy this. In fact, I'm salivating already. This food is actually common among the Abians. I mean, the Abian state of Nigeria, mainly the Umahia and the Isi Alangwa. That's the Ngwa people and Umahia people. This food is common among them. And Ngwa is actually my maternal home. My mom is from Ngwa, so you see, this food won't be going away from my home anytime soon. So while I enjoy my food, I don't want to make you guys start feeling like you should come over here. So let me just go and enjoy it on my own. See you guys. Bye.